I brought you the story of Ruben Neves being linked, or Arsenal obviously considering to go through and obviously sign him after the board of the board of the Premier League has gone ahead obviously to call in for the teams to obviously vote on whether teams that hold the same owners in different countries can obviously allow deals to happen, like transfer deals. And that has gone ahead obviously put this transfer onto a very, 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 very narrow happening, because people believe that most of the Premier League clubs are going to vote no for that to happen, and that will seize the coming in through of none other than Ruben Neves to Newcastle. Only remember, Newcastle lost their player, that is Sandro Tonali, to a suspension of 10 months, and they don't have money to obviously charge up their squad, and that is really one of the reasons as to why Ruben Neves to Arsenal is back into the mix. And today we are having two people to talk about this. Fabrizio Romano and at the spot are also really trying to give us their version on what they think about this call coming in from Ruben Neves. Coming in from Arteta. And Fabrizio Romano has something to say. We are also going to discuss about Kai Havertz. Yesterday he was played as a left back. He scored 1 goal, but he was responsible for the penalty that saw Germany lose to Turkey by 3-2. That is it. So welcome to this channel. This is the second video of the day, and I hope you guys are really shocked about the speed at which I'm obviously uploading these videos, but we've come in late. We need to work for the people, and we need to put in a shift that obviously you guys obviously going to come in through and really be happy about. Hope you've gone ahead to enjoy the Rafinha story, and I see that most of you are obviously paying a lot of attention to it, and I've seen comments coming in from different people, and I really feel great that you guys obviously subscribe to this channel, because you want to hit how many subscribers? We want to hit 18,000 subscribers before this the week we've started, that is a Monday, comes to an end. I think over the weekend we'll be celebrating that milestone here onto this YouTube channel, that is Rokani Media Football. And this is the Arsenal News Show. Let's start it off. We thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims. Barakallahu fikum. At Sport, coming in from Spain, they are telling us that Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has asked the club to sign Ruben Neves from Al Hilal in January transfer window. Huge call coming in from the manager Mikel Arteta, and we've always gone ahead to let you know that it's not the first time that Arsenal have gone in for this guy, but they've always gone ahead to obviously put in a shift to see to it that they obviously getting the best from the players like Ruben Neves. When you look at Ruben Neves, one of those players that your team will obviously want to have, especially in that midfield. Being a versatile midfielder, he can play as a CDM, he can play as a number 8, and you can also drag him a little bit into the central defense, because this guy is really versatile. When he was in the Premier League, every team had a look at him, especially in that summer of 2020, but the price they had put on him was really overwhelming. How could you call for, guys, how could you call for 70 million pounds for Ruben Neves? If I told you Wolverhampton Wanderers, yet you knew to it that if you don't sell him in the summer of 2020, he's going to be left with just 1 year on his contract, and that would have gone ahead to obviously shrink his price. And that was really very hard, because if a player reaches that level when he's left with 1 year on his contract, he needs to be a hurricane that is really world class, and very many teams are really fighting for him. But when he failed to obviously make a huge move to either Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, then there arose people like Declan Rice, Matthias Nunes, Caicedo, that went ahead to overshadow him, and these teams are not willing to cash in for a player like Ruben Neves because of the price they're obviously attaching to him. Now, Fabrizio Romano has something to say about this, as I return to obviously tell you what it means when Mikel Arteta is obviously calling in for the signing of this guy. Fabrizio Romano told us that we are seeing some surprise links with a loan move for Ruben Neves at Al Hilal. He's mainly being linked with Newcastle, who appreciate the player, but there is also historical interest for Mikel Arteta. He has always liked Neves, but there are no negotiations at the moment. Now, we all understand that according to what Fabrizio has gone ahead to say, it confirms the ask or the request for Mikel Arteta. Arteta has gone ahead to sound his interest very well that I want to sign this player, and that Arsenal midfield will obviously look as a juggernaut when they add this guy to the midfield, because they only have one reliable CDM. That is it. It's only Declan Rice. Jorginho, his future at Arsenal is really in a doubt. Thomas Partey, injury prone, and he might even leave Arsenal in January after the African Cup of Nations. Then the other player, El Nini, injury prone, and I don't see him really doing the need for the club of Arsenal. So there is no way Arsenal don't need another CDM into that team, because Jorginho is doing the job, but I think El Nini and Thomas Partey cannot be really hinged on. You know, you cannot trust your season onto those people, because when you need them, they are obviously not going to be here. So all you need is to obviously get in a player who is really a non-injury prone player, and that's the player you should obviously bring in. We look at Ruben Neves, and I really want to look at his Ruben Neves injury, because I want to really look at his injury history as a player. I really want to look at it and obviously let you know what his injury history has been. To note it that when he's coming in through to replace Thomas Partey, is he really going to be like a Thomas Partey or not? Now, in 2016-2017, he had a knee bruise that kept him out for 7 days. In 2016-2017, from 10th January, he was out for 29 days. He had a muscle injury. 2020-2021, coronavirus, 10 days, and a knee injury in 2019-2022 to April 2022. He was out for 37 days, meaning that ever since the March of 2022, this guy has never gotten an injury. So he's going to a year plus without having any injury problems, meaning that the player is really not injury prone, and that is really important in the season that everyone is going in here onto the Rokani Media Football. So thank you very much for watching through. Arteta has gone ahead to request in for this player to come in through and obviously do his services at Arsenal. Why has he gone ahead to do that? First and foremost, Arteta got to know that the reason as to why he lost this trophy, the trophy of last season, is because he lacked physicality. If you look at Ruben Neves, he's a towering of a lad, and he's really a well physically built player. You know, he can win physical battles, he's good on the ball, and you can as well rely on him in every moment. The other factor that you'll never forget about Ruben Neves is his ability to obviously have an eye at goal from outside the 18 yards box area. If you really want to win trophies, sometimes you need a player who can obviously pull out a surprise, a surprise shot at goal. He's a midfielder that can get you close to 6 or 7 goals, Do you remember the year when Company scored a goal against Leicester City, that if at all they drew that game, they would have gone ahead obviously give the trophy to Liverpool? You remember that season? So Ruben Neves can do that with those dead balls outside the 18 box area, and we've seen it that Arsenal are really having a very good set piece coach, that is Nicolas Jova, that can obviously give them the best they want as a team, and you will never downplay the efforts of such a person like Nicolas Jova. If at all he gets in a player like Ruben Neves, who is obviously good at executing those set pieces, especially those dead balls outside the 18 box area, then I think he'll add more goals to the side of Arsenal. Then he's a set piece specialist. He's one of those midfielders that are going to hit to score, I think, some good number of set pieces, and sometimes even if they don't really go in, they are really denied by the frame of the goal. Sometimes the goalkeepers, or he forces those goalkeepers to make huge saves. That's why I think this player is needed at Arsenal, and Mikel Arteta loves him. So Arteta has gone ahead to request Arsenal to sign Ruben Neves. Your thoughts onto that are welcome in the comment section below. He's in Al Hilal, and he is being looked at by Mikel Arteta, and he's wanted in here for you. Now, let's go to yesterday. Kai Havertz scored a goal for Germany, but he started as a left back, and him being played as a left back, there are loads of things that obviously came into play, because they conceded the third goal because of his blunder. Missed out on the ball, it struck his hand, the referee pointed at the spot, and that's how Germany lost by 3-2. Now, Nagelsmann, the manager of Germany, has gone ahead and really said the following, that Havertz at left back is not just a one-time experiment, but a plan for the Euros. Kai said he wanted to do it, wanted to try it. I don't see this as a risk for him, but as a very, very big opportunity to play a key role at the Euros. For a first time in an unfamiliar situation, he did extremely well and probably was our best player. That's what Nagelsmann really had to say. Now, others will have to flip the coin and really look at it on a different angle, but to me, I think there is still a lot more in Kai Havertz that we've not gone ahead on about this player. And I think Arteta got ahead to sign him because he knew exactly what this player could put on the table, and let's appreciate the player, that he's really one of those that will forever come in through and obviously get this team to where it deserves to be as a side of Germany and Arsenal. Now, at Arsenal is being played in the midfield, but at Germany was being played as the left back, and I think he had a very beautiful game, and it's known by surprise that the manager is hinting about what a good game he really had as a player. So we thank God for the gift of life, and let's see how this will thrive on for the side of Arsenal and Germany. But for Kai Havertz, he just wants to obviously try out on different positions, but I think at Arsenal he should obviously work hard and really get a permanent start into that midfield of Arsenal. With Mikel Arteta going in for Ruben Neves, it shows you that maybe he feels there is a missing piece, that Kai Havertz hasn't obviously gone ahead to fulfill into that team of Arsenal. So guys, your thoughts on everything I've gone ahead to talk about are welcome in the comment section below. Second video of the day, more is yet to come, and I think I'll also sign out in the next 2 to 3 hours with another video that is obviously going to be good for you. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David remains my name. The Muslims Barakallahu Fikum. See you when you see me.